You can learn a lot about someone just from their Google search history. The kind of music they like, whatever hobbies they might have, and even their basic knowledge of home repair. That's why today I'm gonna share with you my most recent Google search history. But the only problem is, I don't know what it is. To keep things more spicy, I asked my wife to access my phone and take a screenshot of my most recent Google search history. Now, this was 2 days ago, and I'm still married, so it can't be that bad. I think. Caveat to all this, I just had surgery a week ago. Look, I even got one of these things. That is in fact an abdominal binder because I had an umbilical hernia. It's when there's a hole in your abdominal wall and your intestines start poking through. And then you can see like a lump in your skin, just like this picture. You see here how the intestines start actually poking through and you can see it bulging out of your skin. It's kind of gross. I don't know how I got that, but don't worry, it's all fixed, we're good to go. But my point to this is that for the last week, I've been really bored. And I've been on pain meds. So just know that whatever pops up on the list is not an accurate representation of my normal self, okay? Now that we got that out of the way, okay, let's see what the first one is here. How to use a blank to help you blank. Don't make me laugh. Oh, my stomach. I know what this is. Oh no, I know what this is. Wow, we're starting off strong. Okay, all right. Here it is. How to use a stool to help you poop. This is no joke, guys. I didn't know this was a thing. When you go to the bathroom, okay, and you have to poop, your normal stance on the toilet is not optimal for pooping. Let's look this up. I promise you this is a real thing. All right, check it out. This is the bladder and bowel community. I feel like they know what they're talking about. 7 toilet positions to relieve constipation. All right, how to oh God. How to sit on the toilet. Remember these 4 points. Remember these 4 points when sitting on the toilet to help you relieve constipation. Number 1, keep your knees higher than your hips. A footstool may help. Lean forwards and put your elbows on your knees. Bulge out your abdomen. I never do that. Straighten your spine. Okay, so now look, we have a picture here. We got a diagram of the correct position for going to the bathroom and sitting on the toilet. But I want to know about the stool specifically. What is it about the stool that helps get this job done? Oh my God. Their frequently asked questions is wild. Oh, why can't I push my stool out? Oh boy. Oh, look, my poop is stuck halfway out. What should I do? These are real questions. I'm cry laughing. Oh my God. These are real questions posed by real people. Which is the best position to sit on the toilet? Okay, we've covered that. What happens when stool doesn't evacuate completely? Should I push when constipated? No, that's how you get a hernia, guys. What happens if you have severe constipation? You should probably go to a doctor. Pooping's no joke, guys. You can't take this stuff lightly. And I'm glad that I'm not the only one. Like, as humans, we all have the same concerns about daily things. Okay, here's something on Healthline, which is fairly reliable. Science says using a squatty potty really can improve the way you poop. The toilet footstool may have gained popularity from a clever viral video campaign, but new research confirms it can really improve the way you bowel move. Okay, here we go, why it works. The physiology behind the footstool working is simple. Normally there's an angle between the, can we talk about this? Canal and the rectum. This helps ensure we are continent. When we want to have a bowel movement, a muscle around the rectum relaxes, which straightens the angle between the rectum, allowing us to defecate. This is really something. The squatting device is a simple measure which can encourage that happening more efficiently. So it changes the angle, okay? There's an angle inside all of us that makes going to the bathroom complicated and a little bit more difficult. So if you can change that angle, I guess you're gonna have a better time in the bathroom. All right, let's just move on. We're gonna move on from this. All right, next up, final boss. Oh boy. I know what these are. I remember writing these or typing these in. Here we go. Final boss of Depths of Dark Hollow. Okay, I play a lot of video games. One in particular, it's called EverQuest. All right, let's just get this out in the open. It's a very old game. Came out in 1999. It's still going. Depths of Dark Hollow was an expansion in EverQuest. And I'm very addicted, heavily addicted right now, especially because I haven't had anything else to do. So I've been playing a lot. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to know what the final boss was in that expansion, okay? Nothing to worry about. Next up, Rogue. Oh, God, here's another one. All right, Rogue, best in slot, Depths of Dark Hollow. On that particular server, I play a rogue. It's a certain type of character. It's a class. Okay, play a rogue. So I wanted to know what the best in slot was, like the best items that you could possibly have as this particular character. No harm done there. It's very innocent. Very innocent. All right, what do we got next? Rogue again. Rogue best in slot Omens of War. Oh man. All right. Omens of War was a different expansion. It was previous to Depths of Dark Hollow. Okay. Look, here it is here. This is the homepage for EverQuest. Okay. Look on top there. 26th anniversary. This has got to be the longest running massively multiplayer online game in history. 26 years. It's still going. Still going. And I'm still playing. I still love it. Anyways, this is what I do to nerd out on, guys. All right. I'm a bit of an introvert. I don't go out and party and do crazy stuff. I play a 26-year-old video game. All right, there. Now you've all heard it. All right, let's move on. We're going to move on from this. Next up, Apple. Apple? Was I wondering about apples? I don't really know. Okay, what is this? Oh, Apple stock. Apple stock. All right, that one's pretty self-explanatory. I dabble in the stock market and I own some Apple stocks. So once in a while, I like to go on and check the stock price. What is the stock price, anyways? Here it is, 229 today. It's not bad. If you look at the 6 month, the 6 month looks decent. It's holding steady. 1 year. Yeah, it's had ups and downs. It's kind of been a crazy time for the stock market in the last year, but that's all it was, guys. That's all it was. Next up, the main breaker. Oh, I know what this is. Okay, I know what this is. This one's legit, okay? I was frightened about this. The main breaker from my house flips at least once per day. That's not a good sign. Like the main breaker, not like a breaker for one part of the house or like your washing machine, like the whole house just turned off. And it's been happening at least once a day. I live in Portugal. Things are not super quick to get fixed around here in case you have a problem, even if it's like could be a serious problem. Sometimes it just takes a while to get answers from people. So I was trying to figure out like what the hell is going on with the house? Is there going to be a fire? Is like we're going to get electrocuted or something? And what we determined was that it's the washing machine. Apparently there's some water that's caught in a part of the washing machine that we had to fix. And it was a safety measure, right? So if a breaker flips, it's usually because of safety. So it was a safety measure. We figured it out. It's all good now. But yes, I wanted to know what the internet had to say about this. Next up, Sudden Strong. Sudden Strong. I don't know, guys. I don't know what that is. Sudden Strong twitches while falling asleep. Oh, this is so embarrassing. This is really embarrassing. Apparently this is super common, okay? Does this happen to anybody when you're trying to fall asleep and you feel like you're about to be asleep, your eyes are closed, you're kind of drifting off, and then like you're jolted awake? Does that ever happen to you guys? It happens to me, and it's been happening a little bit more lately, maybe in the last, I don't know, month or so. So I wanted to look it up. Here's something from the Sleep Foundation. That seems pretty trustworthy. Hypnic jerk. Why you twitch when you sleep. All right, key takeaways. Hypnic jerks, also known as sleep starts, are sudden involuntary muscle twitches that occur as you're falling asleep. They often feel like a jolt or a falling sensation. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about? You get these things? Doctors suspect that as you're falling asleep, a misfire sometimes occurs between nerves in the reticular brainstem, creating a reaction that leads to a hypnic jerk. While they can be surprising, hypnic jerks are common and generally harmless. Harmless. Though they may be frequent during times of stress, fatigue, excess caffeine use. Okay, so that's what made sense to me is I had known that I was going to have surgery, so that was stressing me out. We're going to be moving soon. That's stressful. I hadn't been sleeping that well. So yeah, all those things I think is what my issue is. But apparently it's super common and you don't have to worry about that. Next, what is? Oh boy, that's very open-ended. I don't know. What is? Please don't be embarrassing. Please. What is it? My stomach. I can't laugh. Oh no. What is intestinal gurgling? Oh boy. Oh boy. I know it happens, all right, when your stomach gurgles. Everybody's stomach makes noises. All right, this was after my surgery, so there was a lot going on in this area. But I wanted to know, like, what is it? What is it that you hear? What's happening in your stomach that's making those noises? This seems legit. The Center for Gastrointestinal Health, they probably have an answer to this. Understanding your stomach noises. Look at all the things we're learning today in Scubeskitchen, guys. Normal bowel sounds. Generally, most bowel sounds are normal, simply signifying that your digestive tract is healthy. Normal bowel sounds may involve a gurgling or clicking noise that occurs throughout the day. It's expected at times that your bowel produces a loud gurgling noise for an extended period. This is known as a borborygmus. Is that even a word? How? What? Borborygmus, caused by moving gas or liquid through the bowel. Okay, that's all it is. It's just gas and liquid moving around through your intestines, trying to get from A to B. So you don't have to worry about it. If anyone else out there was worried about their stomach noises, now you know physiologically what's causing these. Next up, why is? Oh no, not another why is. These are terrible. I have no idea. I don't know. Why is the USD tanking? Why is the US dollar tanking? I mean, that's a fair question, guys. I live in Europe, and I typed this in. I remember this moment, actually. I typed this in because I have to constantly transfer money from the US to my European account. And because I do that, there is a conversion rate. And that conversion rate keeps getting worse because the US dollar is terrible right now. And I'm not going to get into all the reasons why, but I just was interested to know, like, I'll give you an example, okay? I'll give you a real world example. I wanted to transfer 3,000 euros into my account over here in Europe from my US bank, okay? 3,000 euros. The conversion rate lost me $500. So it cost roughly 3,500 US dollars to get 3,000 euros. And what drives me insane about that is that money just is gone. It just like poof, it just disappears. Where does it go? I don't know where it goes. Who gets that money? It's like it was never there. It's like it was never there. I didn't use it to pay for anything. It's just gone. $500 just gone. All right, what's next? Trans. Oh my God, no. Okay, no. This is not. Oh, Transavia. Okay, Transavia. I knew there was nothing wrong with that, guys. Transavia. Transavia is an airline. It's owned by KLM, which is a Dutch airline, and it's their low-cost carrier. So we are moving soon from Portugal to Amsterdam, which is in the Netherlands. So I was booking a flight. Yeah, that's what that is. I was booking a flight, and I wanted to check my my booking on the Transavia website. So that's why I typed that in. Very simple explanation. How to? Uh-oh. Is this like Home Improvement? I don't know. I don't know. How to cook basmati rice? No. That was not me. That was my wife. That was Jules. I know how to cook basmati rice. Come on, I wouldn't type that in there. It was my wife that did that. Absolutely. I know how to cook basmati rice. Give me a break. Do you guys wash your rice before you cook it? I don't. You hear, oh, you gotta wash your rice. I don't do that. Who cares? All right, how do we find something reputable here, like science-based? The Pioneer Woman, that's, I think, recipes. Reddit. I love her. You gotta love Reddit. I love Reddit. Let's see what the comments are. All right, how important is washing rice before cooking? Let's look at the comments on Reddit. Excess starch, blah, blah, blah. Most white rice packaged in the United States comes pre-washed. That's true. But most other rice, aside from parboiled rice and brown rice. Has a lot of loose starch. If you're living in the developed West, there's no need to wash your rice. Yeah, basically you wash your rice for 2 reasons. Because you may think it's dirty, right? Or to remove some excess starch. You don't need to wash your rice. You want to wash your rice, you wash your rice. Okay, next up, what is? We got another what is? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. What is longitude? I'm so embarrassed. I'm 42 years old, and I had to type into Google, what is longitude? Because my wife and I were talking about like finding places on the globe, and are they at the same level this way? Like, is New York at the same level as where I am in Portugal, or is it north or south? So we were not sure if that was longitude or latitude. And actually, now that I think about this, this was only a few days ago and I've already forgotten. All right, here we go. NOAA's National Ocean Service. I feel like they know. We can ask them. What is longitude? Longitude measures distance east or west of the prime meridian. East or west. Okay, so I got it backwards. Longitude is east to west. So if you want to see if places are the same level east to west, you use latitude. You use the up and down, and you get that number. Okay, that's how you compare. So I was backwards. So overall, I'm not too embarrassed about my Google search history. I feel like it could have been a lot worse. It exposed some things about me. I'm an ultra nerd. If you didn't already know that, I'm a big nerd. Yep, like to play video games, especially that video game. Basic stuff, guys. I feel like that falls within the realm of normal. Anyways, this was my first video back, guys, since I've had surgery. I've been off the game for a little while, but I appreciate you watching, and there'll be another video coming shortly. So as always, thank you for watching. Okay, bye.